Welcome back to Raven's Fandom Rewind, the show where pop culture gets roasted, toasted, and served up piping hot. Today, we're diving into the dark, demon-infested, trench-coat-wearing vortex that is Supernatural. Yes, that's right. 15 seasons of monster hunting, brooding stares, and enough emotional trauma to fund a therapist's retirement. Buckle up, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. All right, let's rewind this Winchester madness. The show kicked off in 2005, giving us Sam Winchester, the reluctant law student turned monster hunter, and his older brother Dean, the classic muscle car driving, don't talk about my feelings type. Oh, and we can't forget Baby, their iconic 1967 Chevy Impala. Honestly, that car's been through more drama than most soap opera characters. The series starts when Sam gets dragged out of his mundane Stanford life by Dean. Why? Daddy Winchester is missing, and they need to find him, which leads to the revelation that demons, angels, ghosts, and all sorts of nightmarish creatures are very real. Relatable, right? Sometimes I wonder if my basement is hiding a poltergeist, or just really bad plumbing. Anyway, supernatural hijinks ensue. Along the way, we're introduced to a rogues gallery of iconic side characters like Castiel, the angel with the trenchcoat addiction, Crowley, the Hell King with sass levels rivaling my own, and Bobby Singer, essentially the boy's surrogate dad who says "ijit" so much, it's become a meme. The brothers basically kick off a road trip to save the world every other week. Apocalypse? Handled. Another apocalypse? Sure, why not? Oh, and yet another apocalypse? Let's make it a trilogy. Let's talk behind the scenes tea. Originally, the show was supposed to end after season 5 with a bang. Cue Sam and Dean stopping Lucifer, saving the world, and riding off into the sunset. Metaphorically, because melodrama. Enter network executives who took one look at the ratings and hauled the show's ending back from the grave faster than Dean in basically every finale ever. Before they knew it, what started as a ghost-busting procedural turned into a mythos so deep, PhD students should be studying it. Trust me, the lore at this point is layered thicker than a lasagna. By the time we hit the late seasons, we've got God as a jaded author, Lucifer showing up like a bad Tinder match who won't go away, and Jack, the half-angel, half-demon spawn who somehow becomes everyone's emotional support kid. It's wild. If you haven't experienced it, do you even fandom? Here's my absolute favorite ridiculous tidbit, though. Season 6 gave us an episode called The French Mistake. The Winchesters literally travel to an alternate universe where they're actors playing themselves on a TV set. Let me repeat that. The SPN writers turned their show into a fourth-wall-breaking fever dream, complete with Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles playing exaggerated versions of, well, Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles. It sounds insane because it is. Peak television, people. Now let's get into the love-hate relationship that every Supernatural viewer inevitably has because we need to address it. The codependency. Sam and Dean's bond is equal parts heartwarming and horrifying. They've gone to literal hell. For each other. At least twice. When you include purgatory and alternate hellscapes, we're probably looking at half a dozen trips. At one point, Dean bargains with death, because apparently Sam's life matters more than the safety of the entire planet. At another, Sam drinks demon blood and almost destroys half the world. It's Shakespearean tragedy meets soap opera realness. You love them, but also someone please send these boys a therapist. Of course, no discussion about Supernatural is complete without acknowledging its Supernatural fandom. The SPN crowd is the kind of devoted that would make Jedi fanboys seem lukewarm. This is the show that conquered Tumblr during its golden years, producing more GIFs, fan art, and heart-wrenching fan fiction than I dare to count. Props to you, SPN family. You're as intense as the Winchesters themselves. Let's close this out on an emotional note. After 15 seasons, over 300 episodes, and enough tear-jerking moments to flood a small studio lot, the series finally wrapped up in 2020. Did it stick the landing? Controversial. Some fans loved it. Others grabbed their metaphorical torches and pitchforks. But come on, 15 years. What other show has managed to ride that kind of emotional roller coaster and survive the industry apocalypse? Only the Winchesters, my friends. And with that, we have officially rewound. Another fandom in the books. I'm Raven Witchwood, your favorite snarky ginger nerd, reminding you that nerding out with style beats camping in line for Hall H any day. Catch you next time.